Ladies and gentlemen, we take pride in presenting
In color. My favorite Marshall.
My Favorite Vinyl with Don Tanner.
And good morning. This is WEFT, Champaign-Urbana, and the show where we welcome in CU movers and shakers to chat and play their favorite songs. It's a needle on the record celebration of vinyl and community. A good Monday morning to you. We have, as usual, a very, very special guest in the studio, Bruce Andree. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I am fine. Fine. We've known each other for what, 100 years, maybe?
Close
Something
to
like
it.
that?
Yes. About, it goes back to 1980?
1980, 1981.
Yeah. So you couldn't find any other movers and shakers, and you settled for me.
Well, at least
Ran out of interesting guests.
You're a shaker, you know.
Yeah,
but,
really. At my age, anything shakes.
You know, the mover part, I'm not sure. But we had, Dean Geiken from WPCD
great guy.
on last week, so we thought, let's keep the radio theme in order here.
Okay, if I would do one thing before we start anything else,
absolutely.
I promise I'd say this. I have to say hello to my grandson, Miles, who's on his way to preschool. So, hi, Miles, buddy. I love you. Okay, yeah, the grandpa's on the radio, believe it or not. You can tell all your friends. So, okay, we're done.
Is this the first person in your family that's actually gone to school?
Yeah, basically. Wow, that was a good one.
That's good.
Snappy comeback. Anyway.
Sometimes I do okay. But no, we met back at Parkland, WPCD.
About 1981
Right,
it was.
okay.
I was a year into the program. You was just starting out. It was you and me. I'm trying to think other people.
Rick Boyd.
Yeah, Rick Boyd. There was C.W. Greer.
Yeah.
Jerry Brock, Eric Rannebarger.
Keith O'Malley.
Keith O'Malley, yeah, because you were with Eric Rannebarger, and I was with Keith O'Malley, Rick Boyd, Debbie Lust, Connie Strader.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
those two, too.
Yeah,
I think
folks.
Debbie was a year before, but there's so many names, so many great people that we dealt with.
And very recognizable names for those that have followed
around town,
radio in town. Yeah, for sure. So, where are you from, and how'd you first get into music?
I'm originally from a town called Blackstone, Illinois.
Okay.
It's between Dwight Street and Pontiac, population 30 people.
Really?
Yeah, not 30,000 or 3,000, 30. I wanted to be a weatherman, but there was too much science involved with that, so I decided to get into radio. Now, my love for music came from a really weird place.
Yeah.
Okay, not listening to radio. Obviously listening to radio, but not hanging around bars, not hanging,
Sure.
but it came from the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a farm family. Okay, and when you're on a plowing for 8 or 9 hours, you're hitting the buttons. You're going back and forth.
Right.
And I listen to a lot of songs.
Is this corn and soybeans?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
corn and soybeans, yeah, of course, yeah. We'll do the market prices here in the next half hour. Okay, but
See what the pork bellies are doing.
yeah, exactly. But remember we used to do those?
Yeah.
And how far did that get us?
Well, you're still around these parts.
It's
pretty far. People still do it.
Now everything's on the anyway.
I know.
But that's where I got my start, basically. Found about the program in Champaign, Parkland College, and came here in 1980. Been here. I've been in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I've been in Decatur, Illinois. I've been in Danville, Illinois. I've been in Tuscola, Illinois. On air for probably maybe 6-7 years, then sales, and then management, promotions, things like that. So worked with a lot of great people.
Yeah.
And I've worked with a lot of bozos. And
It's-
that's the way this industry is. But you were one of the great ones, Dante. Anyway.
And back at you. So on the tractor, you're listening to radio stations around the area.
WLPO, WAJK, WSPL. And there was a couple that were more of the, quote, album-oriented rock.
Right.
Like the songs we're picking right now, in my opinion, are AOR radio, AOR songs.
Yeah, right.
And we didn't get the loop in Chicago, which I wish we would have. But we also had WLS, but WLS was Bubblegum Top 40.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, early on.
And that was about the extent of on the AM side.
Yeah,
But I listened to a lot of FM radio. And FM back then really wasn't, it was like in the 70s.
Right,
The 70s, the 80s,
right.
things like that.
Well, and I know that FM radio here in town, and a song that I was first exposed to at K104, I think, was the first song on your music list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I first heard it.
Because the first song that I got is, and I'll just say it's Aliota Haynes and Jeremiah, Lakeshore Drive. And the thing about this song is, I'm sure it's been played here, but there's a lot of stations that won't play it.
Yeah.
because it was quote top 40, but it is such an interesting song. And what it kills me about it, it talks about, well, Lakeshore Drive of Chicago.
Right.
And talks about like 32 lights along the way. And it's a very interesting song when you listen to the words. But I love how people down here go, yeah, I can really relate to that song. I'm thinking to myself, you're from Villa Grove.
Well, they visited.
Yeah, I can relate to the song, but I'm not from Chicago. But you want to play it? How much time we got? Let's do it.
Yeah. Here
All
it
right.
is. Aliota, Haynes, and Jeremiah, Lakeshore Drive, WEFT. Community radio for East Central Illinois. This is WEFT, 90.1 FM. I'm Don Tanner. This is My Favorite Vinyl. And Bruce Andree sitting across the console here, special guest. One of your top 5 favorite songs.
That's right, Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. But before we do that, I got to say one thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This show is being brought to you by a grant from John's Pipe Shop, downtown Champaign, Illinois. He's not paying anything, but Don, you and I'll get free cigars. So just in case.
Well, don't get me in trouble here.
Yeah,
This is
but
community
Jackson
radio.
Browne, Running on Empty. Yes. Great song.
Well, and so why, as I get this song queued up, why Jackson Browne?
This is what I would call the Pizza Hut song, so to speak. Well, first off, every Friday and Saturday night in Street, Illinois, you'd hang around Pizza Hut, and this song was played every other song on the jukebox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were those your nickels going in constantly?
Yeah, exactly. And then this was, I believe, this was the first concert I saw in Champaign, Illinois. And there's a couple, you and I have a couple inside stories about that we won't get into.
Yeah.
But it was really, really interesting. And I mean, he just puts on such a great show. And one other thing to say, the songs I'm playing, these are not yacht rock radio.
Right.
They're
right.
not.
You
There's
don't
no
like
such
that
a
term.
thing.
Well, a lot of the artists don't like that term, and
Yeah,
some do because it's meant a resurgence for their career.
Yeah,
but we're not
exactly.
playing Rupert Holmes and
Yeah, that's
and
Captain
things like that.
Nathaniel, things like that.
Yeah, had a
But,
chance to see Jackson Browne at the Assembly Hall as
was
well. and
fantastic.
I thought it was great. It was the Lawyers in Love album, and this goes back a couple
Yeah.
of years earlier to that, 1977. Jackson Browne, WEFT. Listener-supported, volunteer-run since 1981, WEFT with Jackson Browne and Bruce Andree. There was as we listened to some of your favorite songs, there was a local connection
Yes,
with,
local
with that
connection.
Jackson Browne song.
A local DJ
Yeah.
from a local radio station was dating the backup singer to Jackson Browne,
Right.
and she was there during that concert.
Yeah.
The girl's name was Rose.
Right.
And I can't think of her last name. Maybe Butler or something like that.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but we won't mention the station. We won't mention the name
Well,
of
we
the
can.
individual. but
We can.
It was pretty. We always thought it was pretty cool, you know.
Yeah,
And I don't know
yeah.
how he met her or anything like that, but
They were pretty tight for a while.
yeah, DJ in Champaign, Illinois, dating a backup singer for Jackson Browne. We all thought it was pretty cool.
He played a lot of Jackson Browne.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
it's,
Yes, he did. Yeah, that was But anyway,
So radio veteran Bruce Andree, you've done it all in radio and sales in general, management and promotions and on air. After Parkland, you
Yes.
you got into the world of country radio.
I was more country radio than anything else in terms of on air.
Yeah.
Okay. It was funny because we started at PCD,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think I was the first person that had the first commercial radio job out of my class.
Yeah.
It's like 3 weeks there, and I got a job at WCCR.
Yeah.
Thought that was the coolest thing in the world, but I was doing Sunday morning gospel programs.
Yeah,
Remember how
yeah.
you ran those for half an hour and stuff like that?
Did a lot of that back in the day.
Yeah,
Midnight
I
to
thought you were
6,
so
midnight
cool.
to 9. Yeah.
Then there, went to a station down in Charleston, Illinois, WEIC, which was country, and then got fired from there, went back to WCCR, and we can go to a long history after that.
Yeah,
But I worked at country stations, WIII, WDZQ, WYDS.
Right.
Worked with a guy in Decatur, and I don't know if you ever knew this name or not. The Grizz England.
No.
Oh, fantastic guy. He was you talk about legends.
Yeah.
He was a country legend in music. And we need to mention one other country music legend, and he's our mentor,
Yeah.
Jerry Brock.
That's right.
Yeah, Jerry was fantastic.
He
And
was.
He
He taught us a lot.
Yes, he
at,
did.
At
Yes, he did.
WPCD. So country background, the songs you're playing at least today are more FM, rock, and things like that. And a band we're going to play next is one of your favorites.
Yes, it is. It is one of my favorites. And the thing about this album here is, if you didn't play this, okay, you were not an FM jock. Sorry. I mean, I love Hall & Oates, but the thing about it, everybody's like, oh, yeah, can't go for that, no can do, and all these other top 40 hits they had.
Yeah, later stuff.
Yeah, I'm a B-sides guy.
Yeah.
And if you ever listen, who was I? I was talking to somebody about Abandoned Luncheonette.
Uh-huh.
Best album ever from
Yeah.
Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
And this one here, this was a toss-up between one of the two songs, but you got to play a Hall & Oates song. So we went with this one. We went to Wait For Me.
Yeah,
Back in
1979. That's right. The album
Yeah.
Ecstatic.
Ecstatic, yes.
Great tune.
Oh, yeah.
WEFT.
You got it.
And Bruce Andree, have you seen Hall & Oates live in the past?
Like 7 times.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the band coming up, I've seen about 6 times, which we'll talk about here in a
Yeah,
second.
we'll get to it again. But this
As
is...
long as- and then I've seen Sinatra about 3 times.
Really?
I've seen Styx about 6 times.
You're a big concert guy.
Yeah, I mean, one guy we got down here, but I don't think we have a chance to play him. But I want to mention him, Boz Scaggs.
Yeah.
And
right.
Boz Scaggs, I saw him at the Virginia Theater. What a show!
Yeah.
Any chance, go to Virginia Theater, and I mean, there's so many great
Yeah.
venues around here. The Devon,
Right,
Virginia Theater, of course, State Farm Center, things like
He
that.
was touring, several years ago. He was touring with Donald Fagen
Oh, wow.
and Michael McDonald.
Was it the New York Rock and Soul Review?
It may have been. They played the Fox Theater in Detroit. I had
Okay.
tickets. I ended up giving them to a client. I couldn't.
Oh gosh,
I couldn't make it.
Should have given
But
it to me.
but
I would have
I'd like
shown
to.
up. Yeah, shoot, man, that was a heck of a show.
I'm sure it was a great show.
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
great show.
So
I know we're going to have one more song. We've got a few minutes left, and
Yeah.
this is WEFT and My Favorite Vinyl. Bruce Andree is our guest. I'm Don Tanner. What else about radio in this town stood out for you over the years?
I think some of the best times I had were here in Champaign.
Yeah.
We had a group of, I'm not going to mention the call letters, but it's because they're still on the air, but there was a 4-group radio stations that we owned. And we weren't the most listened to radio stations. You always had the big stick, right? Okay. But we gave better results because what we did was we did better copy. Okay. We did great promotions.
That's always important.
Oh my
Get out in
gosh.
community.
I mean, if there was a bar or beer involved with it, we were there.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little story. There was one time that we did the 95 CD giveaway. Okay. Call letters. That's the number.
95 something.
Yeah, 95 something.
104
yeah.
used to do the same thing.
Yep. So we're going to give away 95 CDs. And I was talking to the gentleman that was in charge. We got the CDs all set. Yep. You checked them out. Yep. They're all in the box. We're all set. So we go to the bar, do the promotion. We give away 95 CDs.
Yeah.
And it was 95 of the same CD. Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, it was Van Halen, I think 1984.
Okay.
Or whatever. So it's just
Good CD.
But those are great. Like I say, you and I, 2 hard things to pick out the 5 songs that you want to play.
Right.
And we have a half an hour.
Yeah.
This thing could go for 4 or 5 hours. I mean, because we can tell, you and I could tell so many stories about things that not went right with the radio, but went wrong with the radio. Yeah. We had such a good time.
All of the above.
There is an urban legend. And what's the most famous episode of WKRP?
Probably the turkey drop.
Okay. The rumor is that, and people have told me this, and I still don't believe it, but the person that did that promotion actually happened in Anderson, Indiana.
Really?
And I worked for that gentleman in Decatur.
Really?
Yeah. So, and like I say,
that was a one and done promotion.
Yeah,
that was not an annual.
Yeah,
affair.
that was a one and done. So I can also say I was part of the WKRP turkey drop guy that was based on.
Yeah,
that's what they claim. So I don't know.
That's
didn't ask. Was afraid to ask. I didn't want to get fired.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah. So anyway,
which again can be the nature of radio. Well, Bruce Andree, radio veteran, sales veteran, management veteran. Appreciate you coming in. We'll get you back. This went way too fast.
I'd like to do a country one sometime.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, you've done a great job. It's great to have you back in town.
Well, thanks.
I really enjoy it. Finally, I mean, it's funny because you and I have known each other for, like I say, forever.
Yeah.
You come back into town, it's like I didn't see you for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's so great. And like I say,
well, you and Kendra have been very welcoming to me and to Becca.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
That.
Oh, and Becca's a sweetheart and things like that. And like I say, we've had a lot of fun so far. And it's going to be more fun coming up.
The fun continues.
Oh, yeah.
So how are we going to go out with a group that's actually from London, or England? Despite their name.
Was it London or Germany? They were Army brats.
Right.
I think I don't know. I can't remember. It's London. I think you're right.
But it wasn't here.
Yeah, because there were 3 of them, and this is once again, this is an FM song.
Yeah.
And this is not Yacht Rock Radio, but this is a great way to end it. I want to say thanks again.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
all right.
I appreciate it. We'll wave to the YouTube folks that are going to be watching once this is archived.
Yeah.
But
Once
we'll
again,
go
hi,
out-
Miles. Anyway, right.
We'll go out with America Ventura Highway, 1972. This is WEFT.